Hello. Hello. I wanted to see how long I could sit there without making sounds before I felt awkward. Turns out I felt awkward immediately. Hello. How are we all? How are we all? Oakley was first. Oakley, my guy. You fucking legend, you were first. Um, Jeannie Beanie. Bo Beanie. How are you doing, Angel? So you know this game, nice. Okay, because we're about to jump into a bottomless pit. We have a bucket. It's a non-binary bucket, and their name is Tony, and they are going to be coming with us into this pit. Everlast has done an arrive. Andromeda has done an arrive. Hello, beautifuls. How are you doing? Our foster cat literally just got adopted. That's happy, but it's also sad. But it's happy because your foster cat has a home now. But it's also sad because that must be a mix of emotions. It's time for a Jesus ban when we get to something stupid. That is fine, my guy. Tell me when to start it and I will start it. You just got to let me know when. Isaac. Hello, Angel. How are you doing, cutie pie? How's your week been? We're getting closer to your holiday now, right? What date is it that you go away? Also, shall we... Ta-da! Right. Current time. The current time is... 8. No, it's not, Tamsin. It's 7. No, it's not. It's 6. Let's go down this way. I shall be quicker this way. Right. No, I thought... Okay, I was really hoping. Right. 57 we want. And that is the actual correct time. We'll do 58 because I'm going to sit and chat for a bit. So, gonna miss her, but glad she's going with a really nice person. Yeah, it must be like a weird mix because you're going to miss them. Hang on. Did this happen last time? Also, I haven't put the game sound on. Sorry, hold on. Right. This hasn't come up before. Hang on. Everybody hang on. Everyone, just hang on. I'm going to leave this here for a little bit until it... I'm going to chat with you a little bit more because I don't know what's happening here. Going on the 4th. Went to Ali Pally on Friday, saw Jamie T. Ali Pally. If you haven't played this, you'll enjoy it so much. So, we played it all last stream. I'm going to be playing one stream a week until I get moved because it's going to be a bit complicated to like have 2 games a week and then also be moving, and I might have to like cancel streams and I don't want it to get confused. So that's why I'm only playing 1 game a week for now. Oh, Alexandra, nice. Okay, I never would have guessed that's what that was. We played this game last time, and so far I really like it. There's more to it than I thought there would be. I thought it was going to be a short game that didn't have loads in it, but it's quite a lot in it. Right, Isaac. Okay, so yeah, I haven't told you. My landlord is selling my flat. I'm really fucked off about it, but, you know, whatever. He was like, you can stay until I sell it, and then you can move. And I was like, well, when you sell it, I then have 2 months to get the fuck out, which isn't a lot of time to look around. So I was stressing. But one of my friends who I used to work with is renting a room in her house. So I'm going to rent a room in her house for about a year. I'm going to save up as much money as I possibly can, hopefully towards buying a house or something. I don't know, whatever my money, whatever, right? And then after that year, I'll see what's happening. So it's hard because I had to downsize a flat's worth of stuff. And I'm still downsizing, and I need to downsize it all to fit into one room. And that is hard because I got a lot of shit. I got clothes. I got furniture. That's all going. I got nerdy shit. I got a big old bed. Alas. So that's why I'm moving. That's the explanation there, basically. For anyone else who didn't know, now you know. Yeah, it's so stressful. And the thing is, I like it here, right? I like my neighbours. My neighbour across the way has 2 dogs. And every time he's out walking his dogs, I stop and I pet his dogs. And now they see me from a distance. And they see me and they're like, that's Tamsin over there. And they get excited to see me. And now I'm moving away and I'm going to not see these dogs anymore. And that, honestly, I've tried not to think about it because it makes my heart so sad to think about it. But we move up and we move on. Yeah, but landlords. Oh, I know you would, my darling. I know you would. It's frustrating. I mean, to be fair, though, like, living alone takes about 2/3 of my paycheck every month just on bills and staying alive. And then the last third is food and travel. So I am basically skating by on the skin of my teeth. So moving to somewhere a lot cheaper and living in a room for a little bit is going to help me save because I can't really save right now in the circumstance I'm living in. I'm very, very poor because living alone costs a lot of money. So that's going to be good, but it's also going to suck from living alone to then living in someone else's house and being beholden to them. I don't think I'm going to like it, but it's only going to be for a year, so it could be worse. I know that feeling. Yeah, I know. They were the cutest dogs, honestly. As soon as they saw me from a distance, I was like, let me pet your dogs. It was really cute. I know that feeling when I live with my mum and dad, there's a dog across the road, and when she sees me, her tail wags and she only pulls her owner over sometimes. What happened to my voice there? You get it. Right. Hang on. Everyone hang on. The game is telling me to hang on. We're going to hang on. I don't know what this means, but it says hang on. So let's just hang on. And we're going to go. Are we ready? Let's get it. Can we get it? Let's get it, and then we get it. Also, I'm drinking Monster again today. Here is the Monster. Oh, Shax, you are just in time. We're about to get it. The game has told us to hang on. I don't know what that means, but we're hanging on. So you were just in time. We're about to find out what this means. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Yes. Let's get it. All right, let's actually get it. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Oh, well, you're welcome. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Okay. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Okay. What is my favourite time? I'm going to say my favourite time is around 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Because if it's a work day, I've just had lunch and there's not that long until the end of the work day. And if it's a weekend and it's 2 p.m, it's still kind of the daytime, but it's late enough in the day that if you want to, you can start drinking. But it's not that kind of a day, it's just a relaxed day. You've still got the whole rest of the day and the evening ahead of you. So for weekday or weekend, I think that 2 p.m. is my favourite time of day. That is, I've never been asked that question before. How about you guys? What's your favourite time of day? I've said 2 p.m. and I've given my reasons behind it. So I think that you should also give me your favourite time of day. 2 p.m. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If it's 2 p.m, I'm probably feeling all right. Moving on. Go ahead. Pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Oh, okay. All right, I'll let you go back to the video game now. Thank you. Midnight for me. Midnight. So why do you say midnight, Jeannie? My worst time is past midnight. Plenty of freedom, but at a great price. Good point. Plenty of freedom. Great price. Yeah, I get that. Right, begin the game. It's going to take us back to where we were, right? I hope we don't start right from the beginning. I'm a night owl. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I wouldn't say that I don't think... Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm also going to try really hard not to sniff on screen, like sniffle. But I've got like a throat thing and like a nose thing. I think it's like another winter cold. So I'm going to try really hard not to be like... I'm sorry, that was gross. On stream. but I'm feeling a little bit worse for the wear today, so that's just the one thing. I don't think it's COVID. I haven't taken a test, but I don't think it's COVID. I'd be very surprised. I haven't really been anywhere this weekend. It will start where we left off. Brilliant. Right, let's go. I think it's just a cold. Because like I know that COVID is like this big old thing, but people forget that before COVID, there were just regular winter colds. People have forgotten that those are still a thing. So I think that's what I think it's just a winter cold. How does the game sound to you? Is it making sounds and stuff? I'm going to try and keep an approximate sniffle counter for this stream.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I mean, you're not
Stanley
starting
worked
from
for
the
a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at
without
his
taste
desk
and
in
smell.
room 427
Yeah, true.
and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Right, we've seen this. It started me from the beginning. Why? Hold on. Why has it started me from the beginning? Because we had a save file on here, but it hasn't saved. Is the thing. Main menu. Hold on. Why? Because this game, right, like, do you have to manually save? Because I've never seen a manual save on this game. They're like, begin the game. There's no continue. I am playing on the right profile. Yeah, I'm playing on the right profile. Are you really telling me that we've lost all of our... I mean, I can't play it all in one go, though. Well, I can't play the whole game in one go. So why is it not... I was hoping... I don't want to start from the beginning again. I got so far. The bottomless hole. How do I get to the bottomless hole? I don't even remember how we got there. Man. How did we get to the bottomless hole? I think we had to find the new content. We definitely went to new content. If the new content thing is still there, that's where we go, for sure. But I don't remember how to get there. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Right.
What could it mean?
Now,
Stanley decided
somewhere
to
in
go
here
to
is
the
a
meeting
computer
room.
where you can...
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's computers where you can, like, press the button on them. Just gonna turn that off. Where there's, like, you can press input and it says input. Because I remember we had 2 inputs and we were like, we should just press all of the buttons for where to see what happens at input. Oh, the webcam. Okay, hold the phone, hold the phone. Let me fix this. Ta-da! Okay, anyway, anyway. Come on. Come on. My webcam's messed up now. We're back here again. Hello. Come on, webcam. Shit. I don't know what that is. No, that's not it. I might have broken it. I think my webcam has died. Interesting. I wonder why my webcam is died. Because I don't want to use this one. Because I feel like this one... Well, first of all, I'm not even in it. Am I in it? No, I am in it. I don't like this one, but I think my other one has broken. I've broken my webcam somehow. Let me close that. Weird. Weird. Oh shit. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Weird. What have I done? I'm sorry, I really should not be messing with this right now, but what have I done with my webcam? Okay, well I know you're on because I can see you. How do I fix it? How do I fix it? I don't know. I know! How annoying! First I'm having problems with the game, and now I'm having problems with my fucking webcam. Okay, so... Alright, okay, so... I don't know why it suddenly broke. Let me see. Let me pick up this webcam. What is your fucking problem, webcam? Why you gotta be this guy? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh. God damn you right now. Who is this, Isaac? Alright, okay, hold on. I'm gonna get this fixed. I'm gonna get this fixed. Somehow. I'm gonna fix this. I might have to, maybe if I just close the program and then open it again? I don't know. That's definitely not right. That's definitely my camera. So why isn't it working? Shit. Alright, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I'm gonna have to... Maybe if I move this down. The problem is that all I did was change my webcam to something else and then went to put it back on this and now it's not working at all, is the problem. And I don't know why. And also, when I put the laptop camera on, if I move it down there, no, that's not right. Let's move it back there. Right. But I can't seem to move it without moving the whole thing. Like, I can move other stuff. I can move the alert boxes and stuff like that, but I can't seem to move the actual webcam by itself. It only wants to move the whole screen, which to me feels weird, and I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so can I just get the camera? No, I cannot. But why? Okay, let me move this back. Yeah. Like, how do I move this? How do I just move that? I don't know how to just move that. You know? Irritatingly. Alright, there's my webcam. Oh! I figured it out. Let me just move this. There we go. Move it. Stop it. This is hard to do on a laptop. If I have to, I can just use my laptop camera. I don't really... You fuck off. You fuck off right now. Fuck off. There we go. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Behave. 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 Stop it. There we go. Whew. Okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Oh my god. Right, so let me put that back in a little bit. There we go. Right. Do I have a black line at the bottom of the screen? I do a little bit. I do a little bit. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Right. So, my laptop camera's working, but the problem is, what's wrong with my other camera? And also my webcam is in the wrong place now. It needs to go there. Right. But for some reason, my other webcam, the one that I actually have bought and it's my camera, isn't working. And I don't know why, because this was the one I had before. You know? So what's wrong with my actual webcam? Has it just died, is the question. Do you think this camera looks better than the other one? Because if you do, I can keep this one. I just don't know if I don't know if I like it. Like, I don't know, I'm used to sort of, because if I'm looking at the screen, the camera's right there, so then it's like I'm looking at the screen, then I'm looking at you. But with this one, I have to turn to look at the camera, but I like to address you. I like to look you in the eyes as we're talking, you know? You need to flip the cam so your face is facing the game. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a very techie person. Sorry, I don't think I know how to do that. Webcam. Let's try flip horizontal. Oh! Oh! Wait, I did it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Why am I so excited about that? I don't know, but I am. I actually did it. What do you think? Do we prefer this? I like both angles. Okay. Angle is a bit awkward, but the quality is fine. Right, so, I mean, if I, like, move it a little closer, I think that's about the closest I can get it. Oh, stay plugged in, please. Right. So, this is alright, isn't it? Like, how's this feel? This feels weird to me. Maybe it just takes some getting used to. I keep looking at this camera, you're not there anymore. I don't know what's happened to my webcam, though. I mean, that's because I figured something out. I was proud of myself. I'm not good at figuring stuff out, so the fact that I actually did that made me kind of chuffed, though. It turns out I'm a little bit smart sometimes. Right, so I haven't tried turning it off and on again. I could do that. One of these that's plugged into my laptop is my webcam, but I don't know which one it is, and I don't want to just unplug one. Because one of them is going to be the capture card. And then if I unplug that, we're all fucked. Is this one the webcam? I think this one's the webcam. There's a wire here. Come here, wire. Come here, wire. Right. I found which one the webcam is. I'm going to unplug it. Right. Nothing broke. Nothing broke when I unplugged it. I'm going to plug it back in. Right. Let me try webcam one more time. And if this doesn't work, I'm saying fuck it and we out. Right, you all have got a choice. Do you like laptop camera or do you like OG camera? I mean, because Oakley said that he preferred laptop camera. And to be honest, it had never really occurred to me to do it that way. So, I mean, if you want to poll it, go ahead. Because I would like to know your opinions. Because if you think laptop cam is fine, then fuck it, we'll do laptop cam. You know. I'd like to know. Well, since we got it back, I say OG. But poll it is. Poll it is, my girl. Meanwhile you're polling it, I'm just gonna play the game. I definitely just sniffled there. In case anyone's wondering, I definitely just... Sorry. Right, we're gonna carry on though. We need to get back to the new stuff. The new content! Yo! Right, okay, let's go.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show
That
you.
is fine, my guy. We're just getting while we're getting is getting. As I like both angles. Genie Beanie, Bo Beanie. Just whatever your heart desires will lead you to the correct answer. It will lead you in the right direction. Tamsin's best angle. I'm sorry, it's so gross. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm sorry. It's looking like an equal flip. Y'all, don't leave it equal, because I'll flip a coin. I'll flip a coin. Don't leave it equal. It needs to be decided one way or the other.
You see,
I'm telling you right now, you need to decide one way or the other, okay?
How roundly disappointing
Do not leave it
this
equal.
ultra deluxe version has turned out to
OG
be.
camera.
The original
Leaning
Stanley
towards OG
Parable was a
camera.
landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense.
Isaac
I
is
say
very
we take
adamant
it
on OG.
one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, this way. Right, we are basically back here. We need to go and get Tony first.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the
I
new
was so
territory
mad
they
when I
cover
thought we
with a
might have to
fully
start all the
fledged
way from the
sequel.
beginning.
An entirely
I was
new experience,
pissed.
built from the
But it
ground
turns out
up.
we're fine.
Why, there are so many
looking
possibilities.
like
It could
OG.
go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's
Okay.
take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
It's looking
for
like
it.
OG camera.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful
Where
of
the hell am I
interesting
going?
concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
I think
spring
we
up
screwed up the
around
lighting when we
them.
did something
It'll all
to the
work
laptop
itself
now.
out.
Was
Game
it always so
development is
shadowy?
much more
I
of a
think it
fuzzy
was always so
magic than
shadowy.
anything scientific or logical, really. Here we
I mean, I
are.
think I
Go
did
on.
move
Try out
the
some
camera
of
a
the
little
features.
bit. But, like, I don't think I moved it that much. Right, let's go and find Tony first. Reassurance bucket. We're coming, Tony. We'll never leave you behind. Is the camera still flipped? Maybe that's why. Oh, good point. Good point. I don't think it is, though. No, the camera's not flipped. It's not flipped. I can flip it if you want, but it's not actually flipped. This time, 'tis normal. Left hand, right hand. You know?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was
At least it
confusing
doesn't
and
look flipped to me.
paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
Give me
Well,
Tony, you
I'm
bastards!
happy to say that after much consideration, I've
Gonna be
engineered a
lurking for the
clever
rest-
solution
for
to
the
this
rest- for the
fundamental
next
problem
bit.
with the game.
That is fine, Andromeda
It's the
darling. I'm glad that you were
Stanley
here for the
Parable
drama.
Reassurance bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Tony, I've
It's
missed
true.
you.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting
Tony!
contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long
Yeah, I
for the
don't know why I felt like I
gentle
needed to
pulse of
touch the
jarring
wall, like,
cognitive dissonance
just to
while
remind
the bucket
myself
is
that
in
the
your
wall is
palms.
real.
And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually
All right, let me at 'em.
designing the game to be less
Bam.
uncomfortable.
Let me at them.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the
I think the
perfect
OC camera flipped my
solution.
phone. It's
Come
flipped
on,
in the
give it a
screen.
try.
I mean, I feel like to me it feels like it's...
Can you feel it?
Yes, my
The
guy,
glow of
calm
comfort,
down.
even in the face of crushing despair, must already be
Let's
sweeping
go,
through
Tony.
your
We've got
body.
adventures to
And
do.
in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I
Let me
think
out.
that just holding it has made
Is
you
this
the
the right way?
slightest bit more attractive as a person.
That's right,
The
baby.
benefits of the
It's 'cause
bucket
me and
seem to
Tony
go
are a
on
power
and on,
couple.
don't they? All this and more
Tamsin and
await
Tony,
you
let's
in the
get it.
Stanley Parable 2.
Let's go, Tony. Nobody tell Elliot about Tony. He doesn't need
Does
to know
anyone
what he
give out
doesn't need
awards
to know.
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it
Right,
isn't
where is
already.
our bottomless pit or endless hole or whatever? Do we have maps anywhere? Right, that one we've already done. That was the time that we were gym for a little bit. Infinite hole, there we go.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so
Infinite
much catchier
hole.
than Ultra Deluxe, don't you
Wait,
think?
is this, wait, no, it's this way.
Ultra
It's this way.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation.
Yay.
And Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Right, are we ready to do this? Let me just have a look around first, just in case it really is an infinite hole. I want to make sure there's nothing else that I need to see first. Right. The time has come. The time has come. Oakley, do you want to do your Jesus ban now? I'm going to let you answer that before I jump into the hole. Oh, Life is Strange. Nice. True Colours, right? What time are you streaming? It's going to be different than my time, obviously, because I think you're going to be streaming whilst I'm either sleeping or at work, which sucks. Because I want to come to one of your streams, and it's not fair because I keep streaming the wrong time. Which it's really annoying. Endless whole time. Mother bucket. All right, you said no, so you don't want to do a Jesus ban yet. That's fine. Are we ready? Oh, Geronimo! Oh my God!
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
I gotta be honest, I hate
Since you've
this.
gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I think I'm gonna keep falling.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I think we're just gonna keep spinning, actually. I think, yeah, I said spinning, I meant
Okay,
falling, but I mean
Stanley,
I'm gonna spin
I don't know
out
quite
falling.
how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole?
This isn't an infinite hole.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an
might be.
astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on
None
your
of us,
definition
hey.
of infinity. From
You're
one
being
perspective,
beaten up.
the infinite is
Is
merely
this by-
philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
So just a really
Okay,
deep
well,
hole.
good for
Cigarettes.
you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
We
found
know.
me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Meeting
Look,
at 2 p.m.
I think the
Management.
issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
It was
What
fascinating.
normal person actually wants to fall
Oh my
infinitely?
God, look how deep down
I
we
figured
are.
the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Hey!
Look, things got a little heated there. I
Yeah,
think
I'll
we both
say.
said some things we didn't
No,
mean.
no, just you,
Why
just
don't we
you.
just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly
Nope, infinite is an absolute
If
state
that
of
works
being.
for
Either it
you,
is or it
then
isn't.
go
Turns
ahead
out
and
it
press
isn't,
the
you
teleport
lied.
button to warp
saying.
up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Well, I don't think I've seen everything there is to see down here yet. I want to stay down here. Does he need the bucket as well? I think Chadwick might if he's beating up poor Nerdverse. Oh, the twins. Carla and Zoe, right? Are that the twins you're talking about? New mug. Nice. Anybody want half a cigarette? Anybody want like 30 half cigarettes? Quarter like cigarette butts? I'm sure there's something you can use it for. I hope they had a good birthday. I hope you had a good time, Nerdverse. I have not been here this weekend. I've been relaxing in Southend this weekend. It was very nice. And cold. Southend is cold this time of year. You probably realise because it's near the sea. Every pause button is Roman numeral 2. That is philosophical when you really think about it. Really, when you think about pause, it's just the number 2. So before you pause, just remember 2. How's that for a life lesson? There are lyrics on the floor. Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. Why is this here? And make cigarette butt soup. Nice. Yeah, I agree. With you, Oakley, I mean. Right. Meeting at 2. Sincerely, management. Okay, so there's really nothing else down here, is there? But I wanted there to be more. This is so anticlimactic. I don't want to go back up there yet. I don't know why I don't want to. I just don't want to. Like, I don't know why I was expecting more, but I just was expecting more. Jump back in again. Right, so yeah, I could just get out and then jump back in again. Maybe the narrator is going to have something to say to me about it. And if not, then we can just, you know, go off and see what else there is. Have more crime to commit.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That is fine, Nodabas. What happens if we jump back?
Oh, for heaven.
I didn't actually mean to. I fell.
Right. The problem is you.
No, the problem is you.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time.
Yeah, but you're a
Don't need
liar.
to see
It's
it
not
all,
infinite,
but not you.
is it?
Oh, no. You have a weird sort of...
That scared me.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah, it scared me because it wasn't
feel like
prepared.
you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm getting back in the hole.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Geronimo!
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Lenore! We jumped in the hole! That was way shorter.
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that
Also,
the hole is not only not infinite,
the circle
but that
at
it's
the top
growing
is
steadily
getting bigger.
less and less infinite.
So we are
I
definitely...
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep,
No,
even by
it's
the
just a
lax
hole.
overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation
Does
for the
the hole get filled
uncertain
if you do
nature
it
of
too
the
much?
hole's length.
I think it might.
Here, let's try something.
All right.
Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
All right.
Well, there it is.
What the
shame
fuck
of my
happened to
lies
my
come
hole?
to haunt me. No, how is this still appealing to you?
Well, I don't know.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
I mean, it kind of does somehow, but I
Who am I
don't know
to
why
judge?
it does.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Return to the surface? My guy, the surface is right there. We're at the surface. I mean, I guess I can't get out of the hole. Because we can't jump. But... New mag. I mean... I've got to be honest, I'm underwhelmed by the whole. I was very excited, but this is it's a little bit underwhelming.
Is the, teleport button not working?
No?
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment. Still nothing?
Nope.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What? You're gonna leave me in this
Be
hole?
away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care,
Do not
Stanley.
leave me in this hole,
I hope you and the
motherfucker!
hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Hey! Hey! Now what? Oh. So what do? I can't get out of the hole! What do I do? Tony, I'm so glad you're here with me because I'm a little bit scared now. I'm stuck by myself in this teeny tiny pathetic little hole. Oh! We're descending. I'm actually not comfortable with this. This is actually making me quite nervous. I'm not comfortable with this. I think, here's the thing, it actually looks like it's becoming infinite. Yeah, the thing is, I have been sniffling, but quietly. What, this is our hole. Although, Shax, gotta be honest, that sounds kind of dirty. Change your perspective. Oh my god! Wait, is that us? This is so dramatic! This guy is... I don't know what I was expecting, but... You're a white dude. Yeah, I've got legs and feet. I'm a white dude. I kind of look like a poor man's Paul Rudd. I'm thinking a poor man's Paul Rudd. What is happening right now? I hit change your perception. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine.
I don't hate it.
My head's
It's a little annoying. Point. This one is great. This one's really good. That's really good. Why is this one so creepy? Oh, creepy. This one is so creepy. Yeah, they all have a level of creepiness. It's because we're staring this guy in the face. Let me just... We're going to keep it there instead. I don't want to be looking up the guy's nose holes, you know what I mean? Ugh, no. This one is creepy. Right, we're going to do change the reality. Peasant darling, how are you doing, Angel? Yeah, the talking backwards one is really creepy. Oh, whoa. What the fuck? Oh, right, we found it. We're keeping this one. No, I want to see what else there is. We'll come back to it if we can. If we can, we're coming back to the dogs. No, can't move. Can't move. Give me the dogs back. Definitely don't like this one. Go back to the nose hole view. Ugh. Oh, creepy. Wait, hold on. Because I want the dog. There we go. There we go. Does the perspective still show you dogs? Right, we have plenty of dogs. But like this, you can't see the dogs. I want to see the dogs. There we go. There we go. Plenty of dogs. Plenty of dogs. Right, I'm changing myself. I'm actually going to change because the music, when it... No. I hate it. I hate it. No, I hate it. Oh. This is the most annoying sound in the world. No. I think the hole is becoming our hell. I will definitely change myself, but I want to find a sound that doesn't offend me first. Oh. No, I like this one. Whoa! Whoa! Hold on. Stanley, you okay?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
This was a
But we
fucking
can't have that,
nightmare?
Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single
I was
minute.
having my
So
own
how
moments.
about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward
Why
to
did
all
it
of
randomly just...
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
I can't believe you just fucking woke me up. Nothing on the ground has changed, has it? No. Well, now what? Let me out of here! Jesus. I wasn't expecting it to be so quiet so suddenly. God damn it, narrator. Fuck you, Stephen Fry. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Where's the hole? We're going back in the hole. I don't care what he says. We're going back in the hole. Yeah, I wanted to see what other people were there. Dreamland that was fucking hell with puppies. Yeah. Right, we're going back to the hole. I don't think it's going to do anything, but we're doing it anyway. Was that the way? What? My guy! My guy! Fucking... You won't let me get to the hole now. I wasn't done with it. Yeah, I'm like... I'm sad about it.
Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version,
Yeah,
the
we
office
picked
could
this
use a
one
bit of
last
decoration, like balloons.
Or-
but
no,
I'm
I think we
undecided on
I think
Get
we picked
Well
this one
Someday
last time.
and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday. We picked that one last time, so we're picking this one this time.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Get well, I actually prefer Get Well Someday. I
Or
think that's
actually,
funnier.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision.
Every
We're
pause
moving
button
on.
is a Roman numeral too. I wanted the infinite hole. Right, we've got the reassurance bucket. Office decorations we've done. The mostly infinite hole we have now done. I don't really know where else to go. You are the sequel. You are the sequel! Remember what I said last time? Is that technically You are the sequel to your parents. Oh, it's not Stephen Fry, it's Kevin Brighting. Okay, it sounds like Stephen Fry. I don't know what I'm looking for now. Because I feel like I've looked at everything. Have I been in here?
An epilogue
Ooh.
would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Yeah.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
What, you got an epilogue for me, my guy? You got an epilogue for me? Gotta go, see you next time. That is fine, my darling. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll make someone a prequel to their parents. I mean, I don't think you can be a prequel to your parents, but I think you can be a prequel to your children. Settings World Champion. Let's become the Settings World Champion. No, we can't. I want to be the Settings World Champion. I can't say that I'm World Champion of anything, to be honest. The trophy we tried before and we couldn't get to it. I mean, we could, but like it didn't do anything. I swear something just moved. Okay, no, I'm just being creepy. It would be nice if there was
Now,
a trophy.
here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah, we tried
Well, I'm
this, and you
developing
didn't give me
a
my
technology
trophy.
to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this leap. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I
No,
guarantee
you're just a
it will
liar.
be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
So, where do I go now? We will not listen to pressurized gas.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've seen them all now. So where else would I go? Where's the way out? The jump circle, I accidentally used all my jumps. Exit. Okay. What if this game is not worth what you bought it for? Honestly,
All right.
like...
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I
Ready
don't
to
know
move
how
on
much
now?
there is actually in this. Hey yo! You left your bag! Well, I'm not gonna search it. We don't check other people's stuff. I'm gonna search it. I'm gonna search it. No, okay, it was worth a try. We don't look at other people's stuff. Pretend I didn't do that. Yeah, I used all of my jumps immediately. Oh, there's a cup. New mug. Nice. No screenshots. Okay. Well, damn.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one
Do I
single
sit or do I
coherent
stand?
video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
That's the
There's
goal we came
definitely
in.
a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll
Ooh.
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
You're the boss, boss.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh! I mean...
Well, I
Great.
mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Not really.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Yeah, because that's what the problem is, the
Yes,
arrangement.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That is the ugliest shit I've ever
Who
seen.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah, you're making it
And I do
worse.
very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a
Suspicious
sequel
item
that would
at the
capture
bag,
all
yeah.
the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are,
If
they
you
wouldn't
want
got on their
people
own.
to like
They
it,
would
I would
need
say
the
don't make it
structure and the
identical to
gameplay
the
of the
first one.
original.
You need to put differences
Wait.
in there.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Well-
Tastefully, of course. with respect.
Yeah, but people don't
with
want
care for the vision
the
and
exact
integrity
same
of the
thing
original game.
every time.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh yeah,
Let me see if I can
Nerdverse.
whip something
The
up.
Green Ranger from Power Rangers.
All
Yeah.
right, perfect. Go ahead.
I'm
Take
sad
a
about
look.
that as well. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Loading screen is quiet. Ooh! Wait, this is I like this. But why is the music? Why does this feel sad? This will be the you know the movie, The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? I think it came out in like 1992. I remember watching it when I was like 5 years old, probably even younger than that. I might have been about 4 when I watched it. Really good film. It was the guy from that. So this really is just a... Okay, let's do the Stanley Parable 2. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. In case you didn't know. Now you know. Loading screen is quiet. Whisper, whisper,
This
whisper.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're going to watch the
Stanley
title
worked
screen
for a
again
company in a
because...
big building where he was employee
Because I respect the
number
game
427.
developers.
Employee number
And
427.
even though I have a low attention span,
Sat
they
at
worked
his
very
desk
hard
in
on this
room
game.
427,
So we're going to
and he
watch
pushed
the title
buttons
screen
on the
again.
keyboard. Orders came
And
to
also
him
there might
through
be
a
something
monitor on
different.
his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to
missed my
push
message as
them,
well.
and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
You mean this game?
Every year.
You're not a big fan of
And
Stanley
although
Parable?
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
I'm just
Though
wondering,
he had been
is that
made
what you're
exactly
talking about? When you say it doesn't
for his
interest you like any of the other games,
Stanley
you're saying the Stanley Parable isn't that
was
interesting?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley
Something that
Parable
would
2!
forever change Stanley.
Why?
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
So is
for
it
him
just
to
going to be
follow.
exactly the same?
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
We didn't finish
Never in
the
all
output
his
thing
years
on
at
the
the
computers.
company
We need to
had
find
this
another...
happened. This complete
I mean, it's one of those
isolation.
games that doesn't make sense.
Something was very clear.
I get it. So you like games
Shocked,
with
frozen solid,
a
Stanley
discernible
found himself
storyline.
unable to move for the longest
I would say
time.
that I'm very much the
But
same.
as he came to
I
his
like
wits and
games with a
regained his
storyline that
senses,
you can follow
he got
and
up from his
characters that
desk
you can get
and stepped
invested
out
in.
of his office.
This isn't typically my sort of game. I'm enjoying it, very, very much enjoying it. I wouldn't say it's the sort of game that I would usually play, but I am enjoying it. But I also see what you mean. When you say it's not your sort of thing, I can understand why. I like it. It's out of my comfort zone, but I like it. But I do understand.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Get
could it
well
mean?
someday.
Stanley decided to go to the
Maybe
meeting.
not today, but
Perhaps
someday.
he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
Who
couldn't find a trace
fired?
of his co-workers.
Was it you, Ugly? You're disgusting. You're nasty. I'm just going to turn that off. You know, we're going to protect the environment. I like work. I just hate my boss. That says... I'm pretty sure that says smile. Any other computers? No. You left your papers on the floor! For the something of God, oh, for the love of God, please unplug me. This sterile office, this something. I've been printing these for weeks. Why has no one turned me off yet? Is the printer sentient? I feel like this printer is sentient and is begging for death. Can love be truly anything but death? Hopefully I will find out soon. This printer is begging for death. Where is the printer? How do I turn it off? You.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Well, here
but
it
it
is.
didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in
I'm
any
trying
way.
to... Well, we're not saving the printer today. Sorry, man, sorry. Oh, you're heading out, Jeannie, my darling? Oh, wait, no, is it? No, it's Nerdiverse is heading out, isn't it? Someone said goodbye. Whoever is saying goodbye. I'm sorry that I missed your official goodbye. Why am I looking at all the papers on the floor? It might be something important. We don't know. Oh! Oh my God, Tony! Tony!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Tony! Yes. I am so relieved. Everything's going to be fine, Tony. You and me, baby, we're back together. We're going to be just fine. I've missed you, Tony. I missed you so much. Right, well. I think its ink ran out. Poor thing. Oh. What the time is. Right, it's always 20 past 11. Why do they ask us to set the time? Set it to the current time if they're just going to show the time as 20 past 11 in the game? Right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Are we going to? Yeah, I think for now we're going to. Well, at least it's a format we recognise. Let's go, Tony. Is there a closet? One of the closets we can look in? Where's that broom closet?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office
I know!
was where he'd find
The printer
answers.
needs a Tony. Yo, the broom closet. What? Oh, there we go. I was about to be mad.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
What?
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
No,
That's what the broom
no,
closet
Tony
is trying
belongs
to
with
say
me.
here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Never.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion.
Yeah, Tony
and
is
lifelong
mine.
friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk
Fuck you,
that it
broom
has to
closet.
resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and
You
lasting
would
friends?
never.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
Tony and
that
mine's
your life is
relationship
so
transcends
banal and
that.
meaningless
Thank you.
that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path
I'm
in
sorry.
an even
The broom
partially
closet has
enticing
been
manner?
with us through
Well,
the
I'd
toughest of
never.
times.
Go
But
on, Stanley.
now the broom
Lay
closet's
into
getting
it.
jealous.
Really tell
and it's trying
the
to
broom
come in
closet off
between
for
me
its
and Tony.
demeaning comments.
I won't have it.
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket
Yeah.
have shared together.
I haven't been in a
Go through
bottomless
each of
pit
them point
with
by
the...
point. Share your journal
gonna
entries
move on.
detailing the rich emotion. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right, we're going to go to the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
What
any
was it?
human life.
4...
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing
5?
presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed that
Yes!
it was code by sheer luck.
Yes!
Was
I
the
remembered
bucket all along? Was the bucket...
How did I remember that?
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, I can't believe I remembered that. I'm well proud of myself. Let's go, Tony. Ooh!
You found one of them.
Yay!
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't
Honestly,
buy
pretty
that sort of
impressive. Thank
happiness,
you.
Stanley. God knows
I
I
don't
tried.
know how I remember
So,
that.
I implore you to savor each and every moment
Yeah, I
you
definitely
come
want to play
across one of
Bendy and
these
the Ink
beautiful
Machine.
figurines.
Yay, we've got another collectible. I definitely want to play Bendy and the Ink Machine for sure, because there's a new one that's just come out, hasn't it? You okay, Tony? I know you don't really like being in lifts, but I got you, so we're good. Loading, 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 loading. Why do I feel the need to read every word that comes in front of my face? I don't know. I don't know. It's that kind of a day.
The elevator raced downward,
Also,
plummeting
why am I
towards
drinking
an
energy
unknown
drink at
fate.
8 o'clock in the evening?
It would be all Stanley could
Why
do
do I
to keep
keep doing
himself
this to
together,
myself?
if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
As
The
long as we've
bucket
got
is here
Tony,
for you,
we're going to be
Stanley.
fine.
Everything will be fine.
Let's go, Tony.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind
If light is
Control
on,
Facility.
call extension 914 immediately. Call extension 914. We need to call 914. Right, Tony, do we go mind control or do we go escape? What do you guys think? Do we take Tony to freedom or do we take Tony to mind control? Yeah, if you want to change it to a spoon, that's just fine. Let me know when you want to do the spoon thing. And if you want to do it now, we need to go and get a spoon, because it's, yeah. Jeannie says escape. What do you guys think? Do you think we should go escape? Spoon time now, right? I got you. Let me decide first where we're going, and then I'll quickly go and grab a spoon. So where are we going? Mind control, or are we going escape? Spelled just like the word escape. Sorry. I'm thinking escape as well. Escape while you can. Yeah, I think you're right. Disobey the narrator. Escape again.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Look, I don't want Tony to meet a violent death. It's all well and good. The sequel is now paused. Why is this game so dramatic? It's so I say the game is dramatic. I'm the one being dramatic. God. Right, give me one moment to quickly grab a spoon. I'll be right back with you. I'll be back in I'm going to say 30 seconds. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Maybe less. Probably less. Huh? What the fuck? What is going on with my setup today? How did this happen? What the actual heck? Oh shit. Hold on. Oh, to tell you. But like, literally all I did was just go onto my screen that shows just the camera. All I did was switch to that screen. What is happening with my stuff today? Oh my God. Right. Is it still looking fine here? It is. It is flipped. It is flipped. I didn't realise. It is flipped. I need to fix this now. How did I not realise? Flip horizontal, I think we want. Okay. Anyone with a fetish for heads, get the photos in. Right. Oh my God. What is even happening with my stuff? Okay. Someone did say near the start that it was flipped. Yeah, but I didn't think that it was because, like, to me, it's like to me, it was like a mirror image kind of. So when I would say left hand, it was showing up on the left side of the screen, but it's my left, if that makes sense. But now, to me, this looks like when it shows up here, to me, it's showing up on the right side of the screen. But this is my left side. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So to me, now it looks flipped. Whereas before it didn't. You know? Hey Google, set timer 5 minutes. My Google is really quiet, but I definitely heard it. Right. Do you actually understand, or are you just saying that you understand? So we carry on this game, because we need to get Tony killed now. Alright, let's go, Tony. Is the narrator going to say anything? So the narrator's just going to...
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Me and Tony are both going to die. I'm gonna get my brother killed.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
The fact that he keeps referencing the bucket. Like, do we keep this bucket for the rest of the game? Geronimo! The end of never, the end of never, the end of never, the never, the end of never, the end of never, the end. Never the end of never, the end. Treatise Manifesto. Treatise Manifesto. Tony, you okay? We're fine, Tony, we're fine. We're good.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell,
Tony has never wasted time!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Okay, let's go.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious
Tony
bucket
is
to
a beautiful
behold.
bucket. I'm so salivary. I'm spitting so much in my mouth right now. There is so much spit. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human minds are frequently empty within a cavernous void. But through the use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here with you out into the world? Will you accept with open minds what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue living as you were in ignorance and darkness? Moving on.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley
Look
to
at
take
all
a
the
bucket like this
Tonys!
and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him?
25
Can you see that the bucket is
There
far
is more than
noble
25 buckets
Stanley
there.
will ever be in his short
A
life?
photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. That is more than 25 buckets. Exhibit. Right, so a bucket with two handles. This bucket is a picture that has two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Everything dozens are put to death was just attempting it. I mean, stop. And that's the spoon thing, baby. I gotta be honest, I quite enjoyed that a little bit. Wait a minute. Where is Tony? How have I realised this whole time we've been walking around without Tony? Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. Tony is their own person. They do not belong to me, nor do they belong to you. Tony belongs to themselves. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity worthy of its treasures. I shortened that one.
No man
that is
can
fine,
own
my
a
darling.
bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
As
It is
Tony.
man
Tony
who
really
should
was
kneel
beautiful.
before the bucket.
Oh, okay. Do I need to... Do we have another bottomless hole? Tony! Hey, Tony, it's me! Do you remember me? Tony! Should we jump in? I'm nervous. Ooh, that's close to the edge. That's close to the edge. Well, technically I'm off the edge. All right, we're doing this. We're doing this. Tony is ascending to godhood. I know, but Tony, take me with you. I protected you from the broom closet, and I accidentally got you crushed. We've shared traumas. Take me with you. Here we go, here we go. Ooh, ooh, how much further forward can we go? Tony, save me! Okay, here we go, here we go. Ooh, the tiniest little inches. Ooh, why am I doing it this way? Why don't I just go? Because I'm scared, okay? Wait, am I not going to fall in? Oh! I didn't fall in, but I got Tony.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
You're not taking Tony away from me.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley and I together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as
I mean, I like this idea.
a new vision.
We'll let Stanley die and then Tony can take over as ruler. I like this idea. All hail Tony. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Am I going to save this every time? Probably. Probably. Loading screen is quiet. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Tony!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is the printer still depressed? Yes. The printer
No
is
matter
still
how
depressed.
hard Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Where's Tony? Meeting today in the meeting room. Tony! Wait, maybe we should leave Tony behind now. I think we're still going to take Tony. I'd feel better having him with me, to be honest. Awaiting input. There we go. We've gone back to 1? Should we take Tony? I've got a paper cut on my finger. I've just found a paper cut. You didn't need to know that, but now you know it. It's a paper cut. It's right there. See? It's right there. This way, this way. There we go. I got a paper cut. I don't know how you need to see that. Come on,
Stanley
Tony.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
We'll leave Tony next time, but we're taking him this time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Now, I think we should go mind control this time. Are we able to go find the hole, or is that not there? I think that's in the right-hand side, but I think we're going to do the left-hand side, and then we're going to go down the same path we did before, but we're going to do mind control this time and see. I don't know, because I don't think I've touched any paper today. I don't actually think I've touched any paper, so how the fuck did I get a paper cut? I have no idea. Right, we're doing mind control this time. Now that I found it, I can't stop poking it. Like, I know that's bad. You're not supposed to poke and play with paper cuts. Whoa. How can we find them? Bottom text. You lazy fuckers. Put some text at the bottom. Ooh. Right, to whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that, in all likelihood, it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance off a porcelain surface. Does anyone have any leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know it? Nice. But what does that mean? Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. There will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. Lies. Who are you? 666 lol. There will be cleaning of this wall required. I want them so much. I want to go home. Lol, looks like 427. Hey! I mean, it does look like we are 427. That looks like Stanley. True. But you're not allowed to point it out. 5 there be. Just take it from me. Gotta collect them all. Inside of a sequel exhibit, we got that one. Nearby a fireplace, I think we got that one. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Oh, good point. I could have got it from the can. That's smart, Oakley. Thank you. I think you're right, actually. I think I might have got it from my drinks can. You're a fucking little genius, Oakley. Cheers. I never would have known. Yeah, good point. Right. Somewhere both red and blue. A private but smelly place for an important person! Oh my god. In the boss's office. There's going to be one in the bathroom. The boss's bathroom, there's going to be one. There must be a point to this. Is this some kind of game? It is. It is some kind of game. Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Ooh. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. What? Chris's remains? What happened to Chris? That's kind of gross, dude. Okay, let's go. Unless there's anything useful here. Oh, what's this? I can't look any closer. Okay. I'm trying to see what that says. Approximately here. So they're showing us where the collectibles are. Beware the false prophet. I want to find these collectibles now, for fuck's sake. We don't get anything. The wall says we do, but we don't get anything. I know where 3 is, but my lips are sealed. Do you mean this third one? Something to do with stairs? Right, let's try and remember these, okay? So we've got a large room with lots of boxes. We've got something to do with stairs, red and blue, and then a smelly place for an important person. Right. We're gonna go...
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the
Fuck
bucket.
you, broom closet!
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This coming to a staircase.
Right.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs.
We're
to
going
the
up
boss's
first,
office.
because we're going to the boss's office. Because I'm pretty sure there's one in here.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Yay!
This,
I knew there was
really
one in
must be
there.
a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley
Mini
things.
stands.
What about Stanlerines?
I like
I think I
Stanlerine.
like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I like money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Nice. Okay, now let's go. Have I been in here? Oh, aye. Well, there's not a Stanlerine. And we've tried to do that before and it didn't take us anywhere, irritatingly. So I'm not going to bother this time.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Right.
was once again
What was it?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
2,
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dump, but Stanley guessed the correct code by
That's
sheer
right,
luck.
baby.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
I
him?
mean, maybe Stanley's just not a
This
very
is
happy
certainly the most
person.
logical explanation.
It might just be that Stanley's not a very happy guy. Let's go, Tony. You and me, baby. We'll always be together, Tony. I love you. A large room. Right. A large room, lots of boxes. Something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Right. So the private but smelly place we've got. So we only need now a large room with lots of boxes. Something to do with stairs and somewhere both red and blue. So...
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the
Call
large door
914.
that
Light is
read
on.
Mind Control Facility.
Let's go mind control. Let's go, Tony. You and me, baby. We're going to be just fine.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret
Something
did this
to do with
place hold?
stairs.
Stanley and the bucket
Maybe if we
both
go
wondered to
down the
themselves.
stairs next time instead of up, that might take us there. That might take us to a Stanlerine.
The monitors jumped to life,
can't remember
and
what that
Stanley
says.
nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I would
Everyone in
never.
the office was
I
being
would never.
videotaped. monitored like guinea pigs.
Where are we?
Bucket
427.
had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently,
Oh, no,
reassuring
Tony,
it
it's fine.
that
Don't worry,
everything would
Tony.
be fine.
I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Wait, are we 427? Stanley saw a lifelong friend turn on him out of jealousy and love and living in solitude after happens. And Sheila. Fucking Sheila! Look, Tony, I once knew someone called Sheila, but she means nothing to me now. It's all you and me, Tony.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket
We are
want to do
427, or are we
or not want to do in the
457?
first place?
I think we're
These
427.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Let's go, Tony. And you don't even think about Sheila
He
anymore.
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His
Aw.
one friend in the entire world.
Why am I
At
so
this
emotionally
point,
invested
he
in
could trust
Tony now?
no one except for the bucket.
As long as we have each other, Tony, we're going to be just fine.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Stanley
They
and Tony!
high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
You're right, Tony, let's do it. Yeah, I noticed when I came back that it actually was flipped, so I decided to flip it back. I have no. I ran out. Let's do this. You and me, Tony.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done
Yay!
it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
I
Both
want to
of them
sneeze
wanted
in
to
every
begin
country.
watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it
we're
was
gonna
a
have the
simple
best life,
they
Tony.
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to
Oh
support.
my god, this is such a happy ending.
What? Wait.
Wait,
What
what?
was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Excuse me?
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
I am not leaving here without
Itself
Tony. You let us
recognized
out.
The incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
You let me and Tony out.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I'm not leaving
To
without
be
Tony.
trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
That's fine, my darling.
Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What are we finding out? Tony doesn't deserve this. Let Tony be free. Liberate Tony. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. I almost missed it. Free Tony. Loading the screen is quiet. Tony!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Tony!
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Save the buckets, yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We're going to the door on the left, but we're going downstairs now instead. Right. A large room, lots of boxes, something to do with stairs, and somewhere both red and blue. Boxes, stairs, red and blue. Got it.
Oh, Stanley.
Why am I doing this every
The
time?
broom closet. It wants the
Fuck
bucket.
you, broom closet.
You can feel that, can't you? Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, we didn't. Ah!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley
No, I like
figurines. And now I'm
Stanleries.
torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What
Stanlerine.
name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I cannot read what that says. I tried to. I cannot read what that says.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in
Well, we've
such a
heard all of this
competitive
stuff.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket.
Tony, am I
The bucket
crazy?
returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Tony, why have you
That's
abandoned
when
me?
Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
One,
This is
two,
all terribly
B4.
wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
All these times are different.
Now
Why does
he
it say
noticed
1, 2,
the rooms were
B4?
repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself
Tony!
floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed.
Ugh,
Without
I hate
my
it.
bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
I'm coming,
Could
Tony!
it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of
No?
them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley.
I'm coming!
Save me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
I'm not freezing dead in my
The
tracks.
real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Tony.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ooh, we remember Mariella.
Mariella
Is that what
woke
Tony
up on a
really
day
sounds
like
like?
any other.
I fucking
She
hope
rose,
not.
got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked.
Mariella's got a
across the
bucket
room.
too.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
That's
who
definitely
had
us.
stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away,
I
she
wonder what
knew what
Mariella's
the
bucket is
problem
called.
was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions.
Mariella
Now
sucks.
everything is predetermined.
Fuck you,
and
Mariella.
free will is an illusion, and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
I tried. Tony
Perhaps
abandoned
he didn't
me.
even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to
Tony
confront at
abandoned
work,
us.
for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Honestly, I don't entirely remember Road 96. I think we need to replay it. I'm going to replay it again at some point. I don't know when, but I'm definitely going to replay Road 96. Fuck you, Mariella. Your bucket is shit. You and your stupid fucking bucket. I remember her name. What was her name? Mariella's a girl boss, though. Mariella's a great name.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right, there's Tony. We've definitely taken Tony. Where's the computer for the input thing? Come here, Tony.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
I've missed you, Tony. Love you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Going to the right one this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting
Yes,
room?
Tony knows
yes,
everything.
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Let's have some coffee. Coffee nut. Isn't it nice in here, Tony? Don't we like? I like this picture a lot. I like this picture a lot.
Truly, being here with the bucket was
This
a
one I
grand
like, but not
adventure.
as much.
Stanley
This one,
reflected on all
like,
they'd been
photography
through together.
like that,
First,
that's-
walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had
The
inspired.
thing is with Road 96 though, is that it's on Switch, and whilst I'm moving, I want to play games on my PlayStation.
Perhaps this was
because
where the
I like
bucket
to
felt
play my
most
Switch when
truly
I'm
at
not
home.
streaming. I play
Here in
Binding
the
of Isaac when I'm like
employee
watching
lounge.
TV and other
Perhaps
stuff.
it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
So I like playing Binding of Isaac and stuff when I'm like watching TV and relaxing. So I don't want to have it hooked up to my stream setup
Stanley
yet.
decided to just
until I'm
give the
settled.
bucket absolutely as much time as
So
it
I'd rather
needed
play
to
something
be in
on the
lounge.
PlayStation
Clearly, the
first.
bucket and the employee lounge
you know, to
shared
stream
a
it.
special connection.
Dark Side Detectives, though, I'm thinking after this. Well, hold on. Because Omori, right? My friend has been hassling me to play Omori. I think that's what it is. Omori. He's been absolutely hassling me to play Omori. And then when I said I was playing the Stanley Parable, he messaged me and he was like, you said you were going to play Omori and now you're playing the Stanley Parable. So I need to play Omori. He doesn't sound like that. I'm just being a bitch. Right, let's go, Tony.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Let's go this way first.
No.
Do
Said
not
the
lie.
bucket.
Don't
If you're
go to
lying
the
right
meeting
now,
room.
stop.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, Tony, whatever you want. Just remember, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Stop it. Moving on. Right, this is a room with a lot of boxes. This is a room with a lot of boxes. There it is. There it is. How do I get to that? Right, I can see a pathway. But how do I... Right, there's a... Oh! Oh! Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
Yay!
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will
I'm on
equal the
2000.
second number,
You'll
and
probably
that will be it.
Moved before
We'll
I
be
reach
different
it.
people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them.
Emotional
and
pain
now
simulator.
we have them
Yeah.
all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marie.
Well, I don't have them all yet, right? I've still got one left. We did it, Tony! Now where do I go? How do I get out of this and not die? Do I have to die? Because I don't want to die. Let's go, Tony. Let's go this way. Oh, there's a little... We can go back and we don't have to die. I cannot see where I'm going. I hate this. Oh, the end is never the end. It's never the end. It's loading. Never the end. It's never the end. It's never the end. It's on PS Store. I thought it was only on PC. Oh, Omori. Ooh. Ooh. Where are we, Tony? What is this? State of this. Right, we can go that way. Can't go this way. Okay. Whoa, state of... Tapes! Does anybody need a tape? Is anybody here old enough to remember owning a tape? Because I remember having a tape of the Spice Girls when I was like 3 years old. Or 4 years old, I think. I had a tape of the Spice Girls. Does anybody else remember having tapes? Jeannie, I feel like you might remember having tapes. Because I feel like you're a similar age to me. So you would know tapes. Andromeda, I know your ass knows some tapes.
This is day number 295. Tape number...
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Twist it to
I've
turn the
lost
ribbon
track.
around. I've accidentally gotten ribbons
feels
like
real
ruined
anymore.
before. Like accidentally messed up the ribbon,
The
destroyed.
longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything
Sounds of
makes.
nightmares after messing with one of the tapes. What did it sound like?
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Okay.
No matter how many times I've
What are
done
you
it,
doing with this bucket,
it's
my guy?
always the same feeling.
Also, we should have had a 5-minute break like 20 minutes ago.
Emptiness in my chest
10 minutes ago.
when I set it down. It doesn't make sense.
Okay,
There's
calm
no
down.
explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when
Don't
this
question it,
bucket
just enjoy
is
it.
in
Let
my
the bucket
arms.
make you a better person.
Why
It's
everything
okay to let the bucket
feels
make you a
so-
better person.
What do I do with this treasure?
Maybe don't jerk off onto the fucking
I
bucket.
can monetize it.
That was a really gross thing to say, I'm sorry.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
I'm sorry.
This
I'm sorry.
is
But
my
he was like,
golden ticket. But I have to be careful.
you
Because
know,
as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
God. Oh my god, that made me jump. That click made me jump. Tony, you're clearly keeping secrets from us. There's something that you need to share with us because you may know something about that. Tony, it's time to fess up. Gamborata. Right, we're going to go find Tony in a sec. Well, actually, we're going to go and find... The sequel is now paused. I really stopped in the middle of a sentence just to say that. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to grab some water. You're all going to grab your buckets. And we're going to meet back here. Everybody use the bathroom. Wash your hands. Grab your snacks. I also have snacks. I might go and get some snacks. I have some magic stars. If you know what magic stars are, I mean, the UK folks are going to know what magic stars are. The non-UK folks, I would like for you to, without Googling it, tell me what your knowledge of magic stars is. If you don't know what it is. Tell me how... You get it. You get it. It's late, I'm tired. 5 minutes. Grab your snacks. a normal camera this time. I didn't boo because I didn't know what the camera was going to show. I didn't know if it was going to show properly on that side. I didn't want to boo. And then you'd be looking at like my forehead, you know what I mean? I return with water. I return con agua. Does everyone have their snacks? Did you get your buckets? We found another figurine, Genie Beanie. Bo Beanie. Genie Beanie, Bo Beanie. I can't stop doing it, honestly. Sorry, I can't help myself. We found another figurine. Dr. Mantis Toboggan Games. Hey! Dr. Mantis Toboggan Games. It's a mouthful. Nice name. Dr. Mantis. Where do we stand on Magic Stars? Have you had them? Are you a fan? This is what I was talking about, by the way, when I said, does everyone know what Magic Stars are? Right? So, for those who don't, so it's like chocolate, but then the stars have little faces on. Look at this guy's little face. He's got little sunglasses because he's such a cool dude. He's like, hey, look at my cool ass sunglasses. I fucking rock. They have little faces on, so it's not very clear, but he's got a face. He's cool. Magic Stars are the shizzle. Yes, they fucking are, Mantis. Excellent taste. But yeah, it's cute, right? I used to have them loads when I was a kid, so, and I'm eating them now because I'm reliving my childhood today. At me about it. Does everybody else have snacks? We got some the other week for cinema. Nice. What did you see in the cinema? Why didn't I have Magic Stars as a kid? What did you have as a kid, Shax? What would be your like childhood snack? Because I'd like to know. The new Black Panther. How is it? Because my brother went to go see it, and he said it was actually pretty good. Let's carry on. We're restarting again. Meeting today. Was this here before? I don't know if this was here before. We also got Haribo Tang Fastics, which are legendary. You know what? Elliot likes Tang Fastics. I don't particularly because I'm not a massive thing about sour.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
Well, this is different.
How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
I mean, well, let me go back in. I can show you that there's definitely no orders there, Stanley. Look.
No, the orders were still missing.
Yeah.
For now.
Definitely missing. I was an orange juice monster. Honestly, orange juice is fucking good. It's fucking good. Is this getting further along? I can't tell. I'm turning it off. Where's the other one with the input? Is it in the next room? Will we pick up this phone? No, we can't. Who farted? Was it you this time, Shax? It was you, wasn't it? Dirty. I'm going to accuse a different person each time I come around. I've just decided. It's Shax this time. I mean, you've got to be careful with orange juice, though, because the sugar content is very high. So you've just got to be careful. It is good for you in, like sensible amounts. Just don't overdo it, because the sugar content is something you've got to watch out for. Get well someday. Let's go, Tony.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
All natural sugars, though. True, it is natural sugars. You are right. Natural sugar is better than, like, processed sugar. It is sugar nonetheless. Nonetheless, it is azúcar. Right.
Stanley clutched the
We're
bucket
going to the
tightly
right
to his
again this
chest
time,
and
I think.
entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
We
the
need to
bucket calling
find-
to him, telling
So
him
I think
that
we
the
need to find-
employee lounge
We
was
found
simply
the
place to
figurine
be.
with all the boxes. We just need to find a room that is red and blue. Red and blue. What room is red and blue? So glad a lot of fizzy drinks are available sugar-free now. That's true. What would you say
And
would
here
be
it
your
was.
go-to
Had the
sugar-free
bucket turned
drink?
out to be correct? Was this no?
Because
Never
my
mind.
go-to
The bucket was wrong.
is
Stanley
Fanta
took the door
or
on his
Tango.
left to go
I
back to
really
the
like
meeting room.
orange-flavoured
And so
fizzy
the two
drinks.
of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Does this do anything? Oh my god, that was a violent one. Sorry, that really caught me by surprise there. That was the ugliest sneeze I've ever had. I was like, thank you.
Oh, good Stanley.
Yeah,
I'm glad you found your way here. I
really
knew
fuck
you'd
with
find
Fanta.
this place
Thank you.
eventually.
Oh, we care about you, Stanley.
You
Oh
see,
my god,
your
Sheila?
friends and I are concerned
Sheila, what
for
are you
Stanley.
doing here? I can't
We've
believe you
come
did
together
this.
here because we care about you very much.
The broom
It's this
closet's
bucket
here!
you're carrying
Oh my god!
everywhere.
Oh my
The
god.
bucket
This
isn't
is so
even
cute.
from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic
Lenore, I
characters
didn't
from
ask,
the
how's
first
your
game,
week been?
like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because
I don't
that's
remember
what
the baby.
fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Sheila,
Don't
you're
want
not
another
walking back
story
into my life to
involving
try
the
and take
Adventure
Tony
Line?
away from me.
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I don't recognise the baby, no. I don't know. Sheila, you are not walking back into my life just to try and take Tony away from me. Fuck you and your fake fucking bread. You're a bitch. And you... I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. It's the broom closet. I don't know what I was expecting. Fuck you, broom closet. Tony is mine. You motherfuckers. Trying to take Tony away.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Ooh. I'm fucking loving this music. Let's go, Tony! Not much happened. Quiet week. Don't mind those sometimes, though. Whoa! Hey, yo! Someone turn this picture around!
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yeah, baby!
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. I will not. Tony is mine, and you can pry them from my cold, dead hands. Red Bull is the best energy. I like Red Bull, but I gotta be honest. If I'm going for energy
you get it,
drinks,
Stanley.
it's gotta be
We need to get rid of the
Monster.
bucket.
I'm a
That's why
monster
I'm
for
very
Monster.
proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful
Don't look
new
at it, Tony.
addition to
Don't
the
look at
rich
it.
lore of the
Shield
Stanley
your eyes,
Parable.
baby.
True, it also was not in the original game.
Get
but it's
us outta
such a
here.
well fleshed out character with
I
so much
will never.
personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No,
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
you shut
Surely
your
you don't
whore
need me to
mouth.
spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. There has got to be a way out
Now
of here. I'm
listen
not
to
doing
me.
it.
It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Never.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
I think I'm making the Bucket
Well, you see,
Destroyer
if
mad.
you were to really explore the
Right,
Bucket
we can't
Destroyer,
leave,
you would
we
see
can't
that its
leave.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
Don't look
What
at it, Tony.
other object in this game
It's
can you
fine,
even
it's
say
fine,
that
we're not
about?
putting you in
The
there.
broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have
So
to
that'll be why
hurry
you
and
cut
feed
them
it.
then.
We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable
But,
characters like the Adventure
now
Line
they're
or the
cut, you
Bucket
can take them
Destroyer
now.
until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
I would never do that to Tony. The fact that you would think that I would do that to Tony.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here.
Don't make me feel sad for the Bucket Destroyer.
Magnificent.
I'm not going to feel bad for this Bucket Destroyer. Not at the expense of Tony. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Just FYI. I'm trying not to eat chocolate loudly, but I feel like I'm eating it loudly regardless. Right, so I'm thinking maybe we should go back there now and try...
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Well,
The good
There's
old
Tony.
bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
I would never go without you, Tony, don't you worry. Now where do we go? Because where haven't we been? There's definitely somewhere we haven't been.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Where
to his
haven't
chest
we been?
and entered the door on his left.
We could go and kill Tony. But we're looking for a room that's red and blue. So that we can find the last Stanley. We're looking for a room that's red and blue, and I can't think of where that could be. Well, hold on. There's another thing we haven't done. We haven't gone to the mind control room and pressed the button to keep the mind control on. I think we should try killing Tony first. Well, no, actually, no. I think we're going to do the mind control room. But we're going to press the button to keep it on first, and then we'll go back and kill Tony. Right, somewhere both red and blue. That's all we need now. Somewhere both red and blue. Fuck you, broom closet.
Oh, Stanley.
Tony
Can you
is
feel
mine.
it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
Right.
Coming
Mind
to the
control
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket?
Let's go, Tony.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
It's also just occurred to me there's somewhere else we didn't go in that other room as well. There's another place we didn't go. Because when we went the right way, when we went through the right door, we could have carried on, but we stopped and went in the lift instead. I was like, does this lift do anything? And then I went and pressed that instead of carrying on. So there's a couple of other things that we can check out. Shall I Google the red and blue one? Yes, Google it, but don't tell me exactly where. Just try and lead me in the right direction. And then if I get pissed off, what is this? This has been painted there for some reason. There's got to be a reason for it.
Stanley and the
Oh my
bucket
God,
walked
why did
straight
that
ahead
scare
through the
me?
large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Let's go, Tony.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley
Don't let it
nearly
freak
dropped
you out,
the bucket
Tony.
in
I
shock.
got my eye on you.
Everyone in the
Just fine.
office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
He says that, but I don't see any other buckets.
I'd never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Gotta do the cargo lift thing to get there. Okay, so... Because I went the other way to get the first little figurine where I went across a little path. So I guess we have to carry on along the cargo lift thing to get to it. But we've already started going this way now because we're going to press the button.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence?
When we get to the
as
mind
well?
control thing at the end,
Had
we're
the
going to
bucket
press
been told to do
the yes
things
button, not
it
the
didn't
no
wish
button.
to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Is my mind feeble?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
One of them
own
just
life
says
in someone
pirate.
else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Right, we're going to keep the... Any minute now, there we go. Right, we're
But
going to
here
press the
was
button to
proof.
keep mind
The
control
heart
on.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking,
Let's go,
eating,
Tony.
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold
What does that
reality
say?
of his past
Him
began to sink in,
something-
Stanley
oh,
decided
mind
that this
control system. It doesn't say
machinery
him, it
would
says
never
mind
again
control
exert its terrible power over another human
On,
life.
let's do this, Tony.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Tony did it!
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket
I
away in
would never.
disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh,
Birds. Silly, silly birds.
oh, I
The
quite
control
like
buttons
this.
became active again.
Wait, what do we press? I don't know. They kind of look like, they look more like this one. So I think we should press this one. Silly, silly birds. Parrots! I do love parrots.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another,
Oh,
and then it dawned
oh my
on him.
god, I love this so
This
much.
wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. That the bucket man was so wrong. Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his
I don't know what
hands,
that thing is.
the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Thank you, Tony.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest
so
birds
cute.
imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could
Oh,
have
this is
taken,
so awesome.
this one was surely the best.
This one has got to be the best.
Was happy.
A duck. That's got to be a good ending. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. At least I'm consistent. Yeah, I do. I fucking love birds as well. Absolutely love birds. I like that the narrator is like, silly, silly birds. What makes them silly? Birds are pretty smart, actually. Alright, nothing is different, is it? No. Let's go get Tony.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hey.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked.
Aw.
Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Oh, I hope you're having a good day, Tony. Missed you. Right. We're going to go and get the last figurine, and we're doing this with Tony
Stanley
first.
clutched the bucket
And then
tightly
we'll
to
go
his
and put
chest
Tony in the bucket
entered
crusher.
the door on his left.
Right, I think that the thing we want, the, like, cargo thing, I think it's left. On right, sorry. I'm pretty sure it's right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
Let's
the
go,
bucket
Tony.
calling to
We're
him,
gonna go get the
telling
last
him that the
Stanley.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket
is a
turned
great
out
place,
to be
Tony.
correct?
You are right.
Was this
It's
better
nice
than the
in here.
meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
Definitely
yes,
better
perhaps
than the
it
meeting
truly
room.
was.
This is
How
a lot nicer than
insightful
the employee
bucket
lounge
turned
where I
out to
live.
be.
Where I live, where I work. It's a lot nicer than the one at my work,
No,
that's for sure.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Right, we're going this way. Cargo lift thing is
No,
this way, I
Said
think.
the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Anything
Stanley
for
did not
you,
question
Tony.
why or how
Love
this
you.
bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It's called loyalty. I help Tony and Tony helps me. It's what we do. When you're family and you love
In
each other.
here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley, once again, obeyed
I
blindly.
assume you mean this one and not this one, right? Let me just double check. Okay, come on, Tony. Oh, it's so dark! Tony, I don't like it. Do I really have to? You want to look after me, right? I don't like it. Oh. Hello? Oh! I didn't go in far enough. Oh my god!
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Are we picking up the phone? Are we picking up the phone? Are we doing what Tony tells us to? Because we picked it up last time. How long does it ring if we don't pick it up? It might ring forever. Oh, I can't leave. Invite chaos. Pick up the phone. There's a plug for it over here. British plugs, clearly, because it's a British game. Makes sense. Hello?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time,
Tony?
I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Where's
and then,
Tony?
very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Can I not shut this? Tony! Well, this looks a lot more like a... This looks a lot more like a flat than it did when Sheila was here. Oh, Tony! Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press up to take me to work with you. Sure thing, Tony.
The
Ooh.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever
does.
Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
I can't turn that on. Where's Tony? Tony? Oh, there you are. Take me back home with you. Okay, let me just check the computers first, and then we can go home. I can't turn that off. I don't think I can interact with anything here. No, I can't. Alright, let's go home, Tony.
Lately, I've been
I
concerned
love this
about
part.
him.
Jeannie loves
Wouldn't
this
you
part.
be concerned
Should I
as
be
well?
worried?
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to
It was
him, but I don't know
midnight.
how I can
Why the
convince
fuck
him.
is it light
I
outside?
don't know if he'll listen to me.
Oh, there you are. We're going back to work. Oh. Well, I haven't had my coffee yet. Also, Stanley, clean your sink, my guy. It's really not that bad. It just looks a little bit grody. I mean, Stanley's house is pretty nice, to be honest. You got a pretty nice little setup here. What does the cup say? Oh, I can't go in my bedroom?
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
Don't talk about Tony like that.
All it will do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. We're going home. Oh, this looks
You
so
see,
peaceful.
he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket.
Tony?
You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and
where's
listened
Tony?
to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Tony, there you are. You scared me for a sec. Press to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Anything for
Sad.
you, baby.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket. This
No, he's
sort
my
of
one true love.
shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? We're going home. Let's go home, Tones.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier. More
Yeah,
capable of transporting
Tony is
liquid.
sturdy. He's
Like it would be better
Tony's
at
tough.
moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Let's go. To relive this same day with me over and over. This game is unhinged. Yep.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better
Oh,
at
oh, you're in my
carrying
seat,
water
Tony.
from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press triangle to go home to work to home to work to home. I mean,
I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be
Candles.
with the bucket?
Tony, do you like
Hear
candles
what
for
the
me?
bucket has
That's
to
so
say.
cute.
Do
Love
anything
you.
it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
Tony, are you
The
trying
bucket could tell me
to...
what to do in this troublesome situation.
You're trying to make me act up. Look what you did, all these candles. You trying to make me feel like a special lady? Because I feel like a special lady now. This happening tonight, Tony? Because I wasn't prepared. I haven't shaked my legs. Like, I wasn't ready. You should have given me like a day of notice.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Never!
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close it. I closed my eyes. Go back to work, Stanley. With the state of online dating today. That might be worth a shot. With the state of online dating, just get yourself a fucking bucket. Tony would never disappoint me. He's my one true love. He lit candles in a bedroom for me. What more do you need? You love Tony. Oh my God. Why does it feel like something is missing? Wasn't something here? I don't know. What is this? Is this the printer? I can't read what it says.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Who fired?
No matter
Andromeda?
how hard Stanley looked,
You fired.
he couldn't
Was that
find
you?
a trace of his
I bet it was you,
co-workers.
Andromeda. Dirty. It's like dear Howard's War. Beautiful. I respect you for that. What's it say? I cannot read it. Whatever it is. Tony!
A good bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction.
Love you, Tony. Let's go. Now what, though? Nowhere else we can go?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where do I go now? I think we still need to... There is a place we still need to go on the right, I think. But I think there's also a place we need to go on the left. I just can't bloody remember. I think if we go to the place on the right... Fuck, there is somewhere I need to go. I just can't remember where it was. I think it's the Bucket Smasher. But I don't remember where the Bucket Smasher was. Or was the Bucket Smasher on the left? I can't bloody remember. I think you have to not take Tony with you. Oh, well, it's too late now. I can't put him back. Where was the Bucket Crusher? I'm trying to think about where I would retrace the steps to get the, like, was that on the left or the right? I feel like it was on the right, but I can't remember how we got there. I think it's this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but
I don't
Stanley
know
had
if we're
felt
right,
the bucket
but
calling to him,
we're
telling
going
him
this way
that the
anyway.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Right, so
Stanley
we've done
took the
this
door on
way.
his
I
left
think we need to go this
back,
way.
and so the two of them detoured through
Right,
the maintenance
this one
section
I
and
pressed
walked straight ahead
before.
to the opposite door.
I think we need to go this way. Wait, that's just going to take us... If we'd have taken the door on the left, that would have taken us to the meeting room anyway, right? But if we take the... I think the Bucket Crusher is this way. I can't remember. Ah, I can't remember. Let's... Yeah, I think it's this way. We're doing this. I think it's this way. I think that's going to take us to the Stanley party. And then when we get to the Stanley party, the end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. FYI. I think it's going to take us to the Stanley party. And then that's what the Bucket Crusher is. And then we're going to put...
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm
Poor
glad you found your way
Tony.
here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
You can all shut your whole
You
mouths.
see,
I will
your
never
friends
let
and I are
Tony go.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you
Fuck
very
you,
much.
Sheila.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
You
The
had me
bucket
and you
isn't even
mistreated
from the
me, and
original
now you
Stanley
get nothing.
Parable. It's
Oh, our
just
computer is
sequel
here,
content.
cool.
We're the ones that
Maybe
matter,
draw our
Stanley.
computer.
Classic characters from the first
And
game,
there's a fire.
like
I
the
love a
Adventure
good
Line and the
fire.
Broom Closet. Because that's what fans
I
want
love a
from a
good fire.
sequel. They want more of
Fuck
their
you,
favorite
Sheila.
jokes, not this bucket that
Let
they've
me
never
outta
seen
here.
before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
Let's
Yes,
go.
yes, that's what... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who
Stop
knows
trying to
where it'll
convince
go
me
off
this
to
line
next.
is fun.
Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Okay, I do like the music.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the
I feel bad
Bucket
already.
Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that
I
to
don't
me
feel
it
good about
already
this.
feels as though it's been part of the cast all along.
I'm so
Don't you
sorry,
agree?
Tony.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me
I'm
to spell
sorry,
it out. for you.
Tony.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm gonna miss you, Tony. I love you.
Now listen to me. it's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I'm
I
trying.
don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
We can't
Destroying
throw it.
buckets is all it knows.
It won't let me throw
That
it.
is its singular personality trait. Sure,
It
I can
physically
hear
will
you
not
say,
let
how
us get
does
rid of the
a character
bucket?
with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley
Stanley
Parable
will not get
characters?
rid of this bucket.
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded
I
with
can't.
complexity and nuance that it's really like
I was
10
emotionally ready to
personality
let
traits.
Tony go.
What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Shaq says, pause the game, let me Google it. The sequel is now paused. I mean, there's got to be a way to destroy the bucket. I don't really want to because I care deeply for Tony. Here's what I think, Shax. If you want to Google it, we can just go down this route again. We can just come back later. I'm going to unpause it. I'm going to keep trying. But we can come back to this later. So I would say there's no rush for it.
Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
That's fine because we're going to come back. Don't you worry. We will come back. Apparently you can't destroy it.
The bucket
Okay.
destroyer. My
Stanley is
prized
too
creation.
attached.
You had
Not
so
just
much
Stanley.
potential.
I
We were
too
going to do
am
such
extremely
marvelous
attached.
things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it
I was hoping we
squandered
could skip
now.
this bit, but...
Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I mean, I wouldn't say magnificent. The bucket destroyer is fine. I'll tell you what's magnificent. Tony, the bucket is magnificent. Okay? Anyway. Right, we're going to go that way again, but instead of pressing the button to go down, we're going to... Actually, no, because it just takes us to the meeting room. So if that's the case, we may as well just go to the meeting room. Because it's just a shortcut to the meeting room. So let's just go the meeting room way. But I don't know where else we need to go. I don't know what else we're missing. I mean, okay, so we are missing, actually... We're missing the...
All of his co-workers were gone.
final
What could it
figurine.
mean?
Right, so
Stanley
Shaq
decided
says
to go
that
to the meeting room.
I have to leave
Perhaps he
Tony
had simply
behind.
missed a memo. No
I'm not
matter
pleased
how
about
hard
it, but if I
Stanley
have
looked,
to, I
He
will.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right, look, Tony, just don't look me in the eyes, okay? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry. I love you. It's just not the day for it, okay? I'm so sorry. Okay, we're leaving Tony behind. I don't want to talk about it. Don't upset me about it. Whoa. This looks different. Was this here before? What the heck? Why does this look different? This definitely wasn't here before. Also, did I check all of the computers? I feel like I didn't. I don't know why I'm going back. I just suddenly feel like I didn't check the computers now. Is this place getting a little bit shabby looking? Hey, Tony. No input computers, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Alright. Bye, Tony. Miss you. Welcome back, Andromeda, darling. This place looks different, and it's because these weren't here before, I don't think. I don't think they just were there and I just hadn't noticed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
We're going
entered
to
the
the one
door
on
on
the
his
right.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, I think I will.
Stanley felt lightheaded,
It's nice.
butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
Tony makes
Was
me
it
feel
this
that way.
room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love
Yes.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating
Okay, let's
that
go.
even though all your... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's not do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
This
years
feels
ago.
like somewhere we did before, though. This feels like something we've already
Look,
done.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Because this is almost a carbon copy
I
of what we
realize that
did
investing
before.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
Maybe I can jump
Stanley.
down here. Maybe that's where I'm
Someone
supposed
you've
to get it
forgotten
from.
about. Please, stop
I
trying
don't
to make
see it
every decision
anywhere.
by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for
Maybe
me.
if I'd have like jumped
I'm
down in
asking
there,
for her.
it could be in there.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
This is going to be about Sheila, isn't it?
She's been waiting.
I'm not answering
That's
the
her,
phone.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you
Oh,
can
let's
truly
up for the
place
red
your
and-
faith
I
in
look up for
another,
the red and blue doors.
then pick up the phone.
I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so where, like, because it's red and blue is the last one I need, but I don't know where to get it from. So, you say red and blue doors? Or something? I'm not answering. Fuck you, Sheila. And your fake ass bread. Tastes like shit. Let me out of here. When you said that you might need to jump down. Okay, so did I actually need to jump down onto like that little bridge bit? I can't pick up the phone. I can pick up the phone. So yeah, when I was I do need to. Okay. All right, we can do that. We can do that in a minute. Eventually.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Fuck you,
Hold on,
Sheila,
sweetie.
and
Sorry
your
to keep you
fake ass
waiting.
bread.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you
we've
to come
already
in
done
and tell me
this.
all about
So I'm just gonna.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to
fucking
commit
prick.
their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Fuck you, narrator.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
All right.
This
Okay.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
We're just gonna breeze past this bit.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
We've already done this, so
Now
why
he's
is it
pushing
still making me
buttons.
mad?
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going
Don't even
home.
stand near me, Sheila.
Now
Don't
he's
even
coming
look at
back
me.
to work.
I miss
One
Tony.
might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic
Why do I have to pick
adventures.
a route
From behind
that
his
takes a
desk,
really long
Stanley
time?
dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Like, this one takes a long time to get
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of
So,
it would ever happen to him.
In order to get the figurine, do I need to
And so
do I
he
need to
began
take Tony with me,
fantasize
or
about
can I
his
leave
own
Tony
job.
behind?
First, he
'Cause I
imagined
kinda
that
wanted to
one
bring
day
Tony
while
with
at
me.
work,
I miss
he
Tony.
stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss,
In all
everyone
seriousness, I
in
think
the
I'm actually
building
getting
had
attached to
suddenly
Tony in a way that
vanished
I'm
off the
low
face
key
of the
kind of
earth.
concerned about.
The thought
I think I'm actually getting a
excited
little
him
bit attached to
terribly.
Tony. I shouldn't be. Not even.
So
not
he
only.
went further. He imagined that
Tony
he
stays
came to
behind.
2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last,
Like, not only is
close.
Tony a
It
bucket,
barely
but
even
Tony is not
mattered what
even a
lay
real
behind each
bucket.
door.
Tony
The
is a
mere
video
thought
game
that
bucket.
his
Why am I
decisions would mean
attached?
something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it
Sheila,
with many possible paths and destinations.
you're letting this place fall into
Down one
ruin
path
while
lay
I'm
an
at work.
enormous
What are
round
you
room
doing
with
with
monitors
your
and
day?
mind controls.
Clearly not putting
And
clothes
down
on.
another
Look
was
at
a
your
yellow
ass.
line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head
my
he
bedroom?
relived
It's
it
not
again,
that great of a bedroom.
and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it
I'm about
would
to buy you
never
a mini
end,
bucket.
that he
I
might
want a
always
mini
feel
bucket.
this free.
And if you want to fill it with, like,
surely there's an answer down some new
popcorn or
path.
candy floss,
Mustn't there
that's
be?
cool too.
Perhaps if
But
he
the
played
bucket is
just
the one I
one
want.
more time.
I'm gonna call it Tony.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he
Let me
always
outta
has.
here!
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an
Let me
observer.
outta
That
here!
as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
I will
watch
only
this.
listen to
Stanley,
Tony.
the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Let
How
me
can I
outta
get him to see
here.
what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules.
Paint Tony
I
on the
simply
bottom of
play
the
to my
bucket.
intended purpose.
like
the same
like
as
in Toy
Stanley.
Story when he's got
Not so
Andy on the
different, I
bottom of his
suppose.
shoes.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
I just want Tony!
Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
and Stanley pushed
die.
a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Swipe hard. Loading screen is quiet. Right. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a pen in there now. There's a pen in the cup. Was that there before? Don't know. Tony! Missed you. Hey, baby. Love you, Tony. Have a good day. Are you back later?
When
Right.
Stanley came to a set of two
We need to
open
be able to
doors,
jump
he
off
entered
of the
door on his
platform.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting
I
room,
believe.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business.
Right, so I
Stanley
think
took the
as it
first
goes
open
along,
door
we
on
need to be
his
able to
left.
jump off at the right time to land on the bridge in the middle.
Stanley
I
was so
think that's
bad
what
at
we're looking
following
for.
directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We need to land on there, I think. And then go through there. That's what I'm thinking.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
There's
really,
definitely
I'm
something.
not.
There's
I realize
definitely
that
a way to
investing
go
your
in there.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that
Right,
the
here we go, here
story
we
has
go.
been about nothing but you all this time.
Here we go.
There's
Here we
someone
go.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Ooh!
Really?
Ooh!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
Oh
zero
my God, we did
consideration
it!
for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let
Danger!
me prove it. Let me prove
Danger
that I'm on your
everywhere.
side. Give me a chance.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute, sir. You can have a chance later. Your chance is not now. 2B1. When two become one, I need someone that never really loved before. Spice Girls. Where am I going? Oh, well, not there, obviously.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Wait, so where's the... Oh!
And there it is. The
last Stiggly Wiggly.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This
We did
is a real
it!
accomplishment.
Yoo!
This is doing something
I
just
wish
for the
Tony
sake
were
of
here. Tony
doing
would
it.
be so entertained
Where so
by
many
this.
people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yay.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So,
Oh, okay.
Instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I don't know what I was doing. Right. Narrator says go through the red door. Do we go through the blue door? Even if you did bring Tony, the game would have stopped you and took Tony away from you. The game will never take Tony away from me. We're going through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door, bitch.
I still don't think
Hey!
you're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, there's a blue door here.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Ha ha ha!
You wanna know
Suck
so
my dick.
badly what's out there?
Yes,
you
I
wanna
do.
Find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen. Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, you're so salty. You're so salty.
You see? There's nothing here. I
Okay,
haven't even
well-
finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth
Sorry.
ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Sorry.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill
He's
trees?
so
Work
angry.
with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we
Okay.
go. A third option. This
Ooh.
already feels leaps ahead of where
What
we
the
were
heck?
before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Should I? It is a nice orange. Alright, let's do it.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm going to stop you there.
Please rate
Now,
your experience.
Tell me about your experience with this new version.
I
Would you
like.
say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yes.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yes.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut.
Okay,
I
great.
really
Now let
couldn't
me
say
out.
where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
In
You
my
can't teach that, Stanley.
soul.
Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Whoa. The Stanley Parable. Worldwide leaderboard. Okay. Ooh. Good old Neil. Skid. Nicho Nacho. Are these like actual people? 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Wait, what, really? How long does it take you to get the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. I'm 9,328th. I'm last place, I guess. .9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Nice. Okay. Which door do I pick? Do I pick one of the regular doors now? I'm gonna pick a non-regular door. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Neither motivated
Again,
nor
honest
unmotivated.
answers,
I
please.
felt it didn't really give me a
Hey,
lot.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah, let's do
Perfect.
it.
Let me boot it up.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
In In this
Whoa.
game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a
Okay.
very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
Anyone
the
who
demands
doesn't
of
like kids,
family life.
don't play this
I
game.
think the art
Because we're supposed to
world
save the
will really
baby,
take
not cook the
notice.
baby. I'm mostly talking to Lenore. Oh wait, he stopped talking?
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I don't want to play it for 4 hours. This sound is horrible! Alright, we're done. Sorry, kid.
You heartless bastard.
Hey!
Do you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's
You're
the
the
latter, all I
heartless
want to do,
bastard.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Just let the baby
I'm not even
burn.
going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over.
That is fine, Genie Beanie.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
I mean, your game is one button, my guy. It's one button.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Can you at least make it more than one fucking button and the most annoying baby in the world, please? Yeah. Having a go at me, because your game is shit.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about,
What
Stanley?
the fuck?
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Oh my god.
Well, it
This
seems
is
obvious to
gorgeous.
me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your
I can't see what
tower,
that says.
Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Who
Yes,
fire
that must
matches
be it.
the
What a
fire watch? I
fascinating
don't know.
venture into the experience of total
Oh,
mental
yo,
depravity.
everybody did this in high
So
school.
far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems
Me
there's
too,
even more.
actually.
Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, well, let me just look around first. Damn. Alright, let's go. Which way do I go? It's cold up here. Oh my god. Look at the landscape. Like, it's very simplistic, but it's still very pretty. Now what do I do? There's nothing out here. Oh, there's stairs around the other side. I went the wrong way. Woo! Let's go!
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? Oh, look how nice this is. Although my frame rate is
It
suffering a
is.
little bit.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
What do you mean? What? Hey!
Thank goodness, Stanley.
I wasn't... Let me out of here!
That thing.
You
that
fucking
big,
dick!
Open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
You fucking let me
Out
out
of
of
the
here
woods now,
now,
Stanley.
bitch.
Okay.
I'm swearing a
I'm going to get
lot
us
at
out
this
of here.
narrator. I need
Let's
to stop
find
being
another
so
game.
horrible.
Preferably
Horrible,
something with
Tamsin.
walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Let me out.
I think this will be just the thing.
I wanted. I'm annoyed. The ugliest face I've ever pulled. Don't. Whoa! What the?
Wonderful.
Rocket
See, this
League?
is exactly what I had in mind. Just a
Well,
nice
I'm gonna
big
die
box
in
for
here.
you
They're all
around it.
cars.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Yeah, but this is
Stanley,
not.
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I can't play Rocket League. I don't have a car.
Okay,
I don't
so
even
what
like
exactly
Rocket League.
do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm
No, you're
seeing that there's
supposed
a
to use the
ball of some
cars
kind back
to
here.
hit the
Is
balls
this
into
game
the goals. It's
sports
basically
ball?
just football,
Stanley,
but with
I
cars.
think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think
But even
surely we must.
this, the grass
Okay,
is like
Stanley,
moving.
here's the ball.
This
Have
is
fun.
This is nicely done. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, this is. We're gonna score a goal. This way. This way. I've gone off to the side a little bit. This way. He needs to go this way. Stop. This way.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this
No,
fun?
not yet. I'm
Is
shit.
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
I'm rubbish.
Here comes another ball.
I just want to get in the goal.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing.
Oh, there's
doesn't it?
another ball.
Stanley,
Yeah, but it's
I'm like a
Rocket League.
child
You
in a
only need one
confectionery
ball.
shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Stop going to the
More
side. I need you to go in
balls.
the. This is so hard to aim. I can't get one in. Right, this one will go in. I'm gonna get this one in. This one is definitely gonna go in.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Kinda.
Having fun? Is this a real video
I
game?
did it!
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Oh.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This
Well,
is my
fuck you
game,
very much.
and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am.
Okay,
I'm
well, it sounds like you're getting a little too
I'm
big for your
sense of
britches.
purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. Oh, what are you doing?
What? Did I just fall to my death? Whoa!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know
Where
that.
do I go? Oh, I'm a little bit scared, actually. It's quite scary. Oh! I think I just died. Yeah, it was Rocket League for a bit. The narrator was... We were in a Rocket League stadium. The narrator just dropped us there. Oh my god, look at this place. It's a tip. The heck? It's kind of creepy. The narrator can't follow us in here, so I guess we're on our own. Right, there's 423, that's 424. We're 427, so we should just try and find our own office. 25, 26, 27, we found our office! I can't do anything with it. Well, we found it anyway, I guess. But it doesn't do anything. This is definitely our office. Okay, guess we're leaving. We tried. Can't get in there. Oh!
I wonder what he found.
I found my office.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy
Why do I
with
feel
his
like I'm being
choice.
told off by the
If he's
narrator?
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the
definitely being told
confusion.
off.
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Now he's sounding like a super villain. The end is never the end is never the end is loading. Never the end is never the end is never the end. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a tiny, like, a little burp, but one of those, like, little ones that are sit right in your throat. Sorry, that was really gross. Right. Right. If you check the time, you'll notice that it is about time that I stop. That I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna have a quick look and see who is streaming. Right, so I think we should. I mean, Nerdiverse is streaming. Nerdiverse is playing Mass Effect. We never get to raid Nerdiverse because he is always, like, he raids us usually. What do you mean the end will be here soon? We are ending at this current time. We are ending this current moment. We are going to stream, we're going to raid Nerdiverse because he raids us all the bloody time, and it would be the right thing to do. And he's playing Mass Effect. I know that some of you all like Mass Effect. I don't have much experience with it, but I like Nerdiverse, so that's good enough reason. Yeah, honestly, you'll like Nerdiverse. He's funny. He's a funny dude. Right, let me put the raid message in. Also, at the 15-minute break, I didn't use the bathroom, so I'm sitting here and I really need to use the bathroom. That's my fault for not doing it the break when I should have done. Yo, woohoo! The stream has improved my Sunday by 100. I've done it wrong by 110%. I'm really glad. I hope so. How do I? There we go. How do I spell his name? How did I spell it wrong last time? Nerdiverse. IO. I did spell it right, didn't I? Now I have! Right. I will see you all on Wednesday. Pretty soon there's going to be a time when I'm going to need to take a streaming break so that I can get my house and stuff sorted and moved. It's not yet, but I'm going to let you know. Stay in the Discord, I'll be keeping you updated. Thank you for today's stream, I had a great time. And next time that we come back, we're probably going to spend a little bit more time with Tony because we love Tony. Tony's cute. I will see you darlings on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Make sure that you drink plenty of water and get to bed on time. And if you don't manage to do those things, just at least drink plenty of water. And be kind to your friends. Be kind to strangers, more importantly. Be kind to strangers. And strangers hopefully will be kind to you. Tamsin's bad at outros. I don't know what to tell you. Tamsin out.